All right, welcome back to Smart Money Monday. It's an uncomfortable topic, but what happens to IRAs when you die? Here's Chris Otto from Banco Investment Services, a non-banking subsidiary of Bank of Hawaii and member of FINRA SIPC, henceforth known as Just Chris. Just Chris, how are you?
Good to see you, Steve.
So let's start with just the basics. So what exactly are we talking about when we say IRA?
Actually, IRA is an acronym. It stands for Individual Retirement Account. It's a tax-deferred savings account, specifically created for people saving for retirement.
All right, so what exactly happens when you die?
When you pass away, it really depends on how you set it up from when you establish the account, naming your beneficiaries. Generally, there's two types of beneficiaries, primary and contingent beneficiaries, but it's important that you make sure you review those beneficiary designations from time to time.
Huh? So assuming that you do designate someone to inherit your IRA, how will those distributions be made to those beneficiaries?
Again, depends on the provider of your IRA, but generally speaking, there's three things that will happen. Either it's paid as a lump sum to your beneficiary, or it must be distributed within 5 years following your passing, or taking over your life expectancy of the beneficiary. That's actually what we call stretching your IRA out.
Okay, maybe it'd be a little bit more easy to comprehend and understand. Can you give us an example of a stretch IRA?
Sure, yeah. Let's use myself as an example. Let's say, I did a good job and I saved $500,000, by the time I'm 70 years old. And I'm living in retirement, but I pass away at age 78. I'd name my wife as a designated beneficiary. She spends my IRA, let's say, for a number of years, but God forbid, she passes away and names our daughter as a beneficiary. Our daughter gets to spread that IRA over her life expectancy, assuming she's 40 years old at the time she inherits, lives another 40 years into retirement, and even one more time, she can name, let's say, her son, if she has one, as a beneficiary. They're, in fact, stretching the IRA over 3 generations and 40 years.
That's a lot of years.
That is a lot of years, Steve. So in that example I just gave, if you assume a 6% rate of return and that $500,000 for 40 years, believe it or not, that's $2 million paid off over 40 years and 3 generations.
Yeah, so you can really start to see the power of stretching out the IRA distributions.
That's really the power of tax compounding and tax deferral over 40 years and 3 generations adds up to a lot of money.
All right, you've given us a lot to think about. Chris, thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Thanks.
And thank you for watching Smart Money Monday.